Recognizing the member for Kelowna Mission.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise today to celebrate a remarkable British Columbian success story, Okanagan Spirits Craft Distillery. Founded in 2004 in Vernon, with the second location in Kelowna, they are Western Canada's original craft distillery and have seen international acclaim for their exceptional products. At the recent 2025 World Spirits Awards in Germany, Okanagan Spirits achieved an extraordinary feat, 11 gold and 5 silver medals, along with the prestigious title of world-class distillery in worldwide whiskey. This marks the second time in recent years they've received that honor, an incredible recognition for a family-run business in the heart of the Okanagan. Among their standout creations is the Laird of Fintry Rum Barrel Whiskey, a rare single malt produced from 100% BC-grown agricultural inputs and aged in rum-soaked oak casks. It delivers rich layers of tropical fruit, caramel, and spice, resulting in a beautifully complex and delicious whiskey that's as bold and distinctive as the region it comes from. For Scotch drinkers, I think it compares favorably to Balvenie Caribbean cask, which retails for 2 to 3 times the price. Now, full disclosure, Speaker, I do have a bottle of the Laird of Fintry in my office, and knowing the Solicitor General is a bit of a Scotchman himself, I look forward to bringing it by his office, strictly for research purposes, of course. Members of the press gallery interested in hands-on research also know how to reach me. Now, for those misguided individuals who don't like whiskey, Okanagan Spirits fruit liqueurs crafted from 100% locally grown fruit are just as impressive. Vibrant, flavorful, and bursting with the essence of Okanagan orchards. Whether you're sipping them straight, mixing them into a cocktail, or putting them on vanilla ice cream from Parlor Ice Cream, the Mission Creamery, or Moolix, they are a delicious reminder of the bounty we produce right here in British Columbia. Madam Speaker, this kind of excellence doesn't happen by accident. It happens when passion meets perseverance. And too often, it also happens in spite of the regulatory and tax environment local producers have to navigate, whether they are producing beer, wine, or spirits. When the government made a big show a month ago of pulling American booze off BC liquor store shelves, they had a golden opportunity to showcase BC's 85 local certified distilleries, like Okanagan Spirits. That's something they could easily have done with their existing powers. Instead, they dropped the ball. They seemed more interested in poking red states in the eye than in lifting up our own world-class distilleries. If they were truly serious about standing up for local industry, they would have used that moment to cut red tape, modernize outdated policies, and fix a broken tax framework that too often punishes the little guy by imposing de facto production caps that deny producers economies of scale and penalize success. They would have made sure that when British Columbians go into a government liquor store, they're greeted with a cornucopia of local options, including shelf space for local distillers. Instead, only 3 out of BC's 85 certified craft distilleries have managed to make it onto government liquor store shelves. And while we're at it, we still need to address the outdated interprovincial trade barriers that exist today. In 2025, it's still easier to ship Scotch across Canada than it is to ship a bottle of BC-made whiskey to Alberta. Why? Because despite incremental tweaks, we're still operating under the shadow of the Importation of Intoxicating Liquors Act, passed in 1928, the same year the Supreme Court of Canada ruled that women were not persons eligible to sit in the Senate. That outdated law, its long shadow, and the constitutional cover it provided for protectionism by provincial liquor monopolies are still holding us back. It's time to break down those barriers and open the doors to free trade within our own country. It's time to build a 21st century framework that helps producers grow, export, and compete, not one that holds them back with Prohibition-era rules. Mr. Speaker, British Columbia has some of the finest distilleries in the world. Okanagan Spirits is proof of what we can do when we combine craftsmanship, agriculture, and entrepreneurial spirit. Let's give them, and producers like them, the support they deserve. Let's cut the red tape, fix the taxes, open the markets, and raise a glass to local excellence. Because when local wins, when BC wins, when Canada wins, we all win. Cheers.